Sonny James.
Never rush, treat it like a trick and you might write a hit, yup.
It's the rap industry and it ain't that cool.
Even Chuck D selling stuff on the internet. Fuck you talking about? Yo, where you from, kid? That. Never. What's that? Living by the pen is mingling with mayhem. Come on.
Grand Agent.
North Philly smoke running.
Grand Agent.
Mingling with mayhem.
Grand Agent.
North Philly smoke running.
Grand Agent.
Mingling with mayhem.
Grand Agent.
North Philly smoke running.
What up, y'all?
Grand Agent.
Mingling with mayhem.
Just getting settled in here.
North Philly smoke
Long work day.
Grand Agent.
Mingling with mayhem. Write my own rhymes. Hit.
They flipped this joint, this Diamond D joint. This is Jay, what up? Nelly Boo, what up? Zarina, I see you.
Brothers can't
It's gonna be a special one tonight.
So what?
Big up to the homie Grand Agent coming by later.
Dig the move.
20 years of By Design, which is his debut project. This is one of the tracks from it. So right away, I'm gonna start out like this.
Will I foul?
Grand Agent.
North Philly smoke running.
Grand Agent.
Mingling with mayhem.
Grand Agent.
North Philly smoke running.
Grand Agent.
Mingling with mayhem.
Grand Agent.
North Philly smoke running.
Agent.
Mingling with mayhem.
Grand Agent.
North Philly smoke running.
Mingling with mayhem.
North Philly smoke running.
Grand Agent.
Mingling with mayhem.
Grand Agent.
North Philly smoke running.
I run through your veins like James and the famous Flames. Name is Grand Agent. This is how you play the game. Lay up in the cut like the babies in your nuts. Even though you wanna make it born, never rush. Treat it like a trick and cover up your dick and feel what you spit and you might write a hit and maybe you won't, but I still think you dope. Not the type to hope that a brother drop the soap like the kid up in half baked. Check the second question.
It's the rap industry and it ain't that cool.
The worst though is ignorant, not to make niggas rich. Even Chuck D selling stuff on the internet. Now you wanna get out of your deal. Don't let this rhyme change how the way you feel. Nah, don't be mad cause it
go,
ain't
yo,
all
chill.
good. Believe in everything that you saw in the hood. It goes on and on into showbiz with the dumb shit. On some yo, where you from, kid? Now you represent that. Though it's evident that you talking about places that you ain't never been at. In fact, I'ma say it again. Living by the pen is mingling with mayhem. Come on.
Grand Agent.
North Philly smoke running.
Grand Agent.
Mingling with mayhem.
Grand Agent.
North Philly smoke running.
Grand Agent.
Mingling with mayhem.
Once again,
North Philly smoke running.
we celebrate my guy Grand Agent tonight.
With mayhem.
20 years of By Design.
North Philly smoke running.
We celebrating Philly hip hop tonight too.
Own rhymes, produce my own
So
hits.
strap in, it's gonna be
And
fun.
I'm never at a loss for new shit. I take a whole song and rape it. With so much finesse though, brothers can't hate it. And if they do, then so what? It's all love. What I'm
That's a good drink. What y'all drinking on?
Dig the move. Rap is my bitch and your bitch is my bitch. And some of y'all is rich, but your rhymes ain't
Panicology
shit.
was good.
How do you frauds like me now? I only hit grand slams, never will I foul. Brothers pop fly when they be catching deals. I step to your crew cause I know they think, you can't hustle down this way.
Hey, yo, Grant, I heard you moved to LA.
You gotta know folks, a whole lot of folks. But if they whack, then it don't mean jack, man.
Hey, Pharrell, what's
you better
up?
off on your own, doing this for the love of hip hop. I got 1,000 rhyme books at the crib. Not for show though, it's just the way I live. See, me, I want the show though. Some get no dough. It's up to you though. Choose your own path, bro. But remember when you live by the pen, yo, man, you're mingling with mayhem. Come on. That's
If you didn't peep it, he rewrote that whole Diamond D joint. Shout out to my man Hezekiah.
Yeah.
Some old joint. Respect the GA, let's go.
Check it out though, yeah, we go all around the world, it's the same old same, up in the game, talking all that they came up, win around the world, it's the same old song, up in the game, talking all that they come on.
You know it's funky, cause you heard it from hearsay. Big dick music all over the airwaves. Mac is the top floor, this is the staircase. When I go pop, Lord.
We go all around the world, it's the same old same, up in the game, talking all that they. We go all around the world, it's the same old same, up in the game, talking all that they came up, win around the world, it's the same old song, up in the game, talking all that they come on.
You know it's funky, cause you heard it from hearsay. Big dick music all over the airwaves. Mac is the top floor, this is the staircase. When I go pop, Lord, see this hair on my face, I'm keeping that like real. Never meet rookie cop looking on a $3 bill. Blacker than DC, black as ATL Duke. Flow is sick, tell it get well soon. I'm working with horses you don't tap. I'm working with bosses, I can make it so you don't rap. Matter of fact, give me cool.
OP, what's up, my guy? Happy birthday. Yo, everybody in the chat, say happy birthday to OP for me. It was yesterday. That's my brother right there. Yeah.
We got the funky rhythm that the cold jump start today. You know it's us cause your ear is coming from 10 blocks away.
Hezekiah, always killing it.
GA, the DA from PA. Prosecutor, other games people play. Mike's like 3 strikes. F up thrice, send you up nice. Now up the rice. Yeah, your man's got hitch. It's just me and the elegant elements of bait and switch. Madison Avenue, swagger, pitch, whatever, the whichever, demographic, pick. Half the thugs, D-boys, B-boys, jump offs, wifeys, even decoys. I'm mastered in smoking mirrors. They can act like they can't, but I know they can hear us.
Funky rhythm that the cold jump start today.
Yeah.
You know it's us cause your ear is coming from 10 blocks away.
10 blocks away.
We got the funky rhythm that the cold jump start today.
Whoa,
You know it's us cause your ear is coming from 10 blocks away.
check it out now. Hey yo. Hey yo.
Mr. Sonny James.
Hey yo.
Sonny James.
Hey yo. Hey yo. Hey yo. Check it out, check it out. Hey yo. Off them. Check it out, check it out. Hey yo. Off them. Check it. Off them. Get out. G-Dub, word to daddy. You give a bad name to white boys. Know what you risking my life for. Cause it don't mean much to Jack and I appear to agree. Just cause I catch aircrafts to MC. Don't get it twist now, I loves myself to life. Me, myself, I don't need luck to buck your dice. I'm a gambler, word to Kenny Rogers. And as long as this breath be in me, well then plenty Hodges is gonna get made. Cause this is where everybody hit they stride, yeah. Welcome to the grand age, where prosperity and pleasure flow. And melanin is 5-0 repellent, go and tell it on the ghetto. That the resort is exactly like the brochure, misleading. We got a great show for you this evening. Nonetheless, all the way fresh from Copenhagen.
Everybody in the chat, what's up?
I'm your host, y'all, the grand agent.
I got the mic now.
Big up to anybody who ever had either of my handcrafted mixtape series. This was a classic on that joint. Shout out DJ Noise, Denmark. Yeah, it's Philly hip hop tonight. Grand Agent, you.
It's a full-time party I'm posted up at. Scatter cool rhyme pattern and toast the rough facts of the matter is I am but a catalyst who facilitate the heated narratives now. Who wanna carry the torch? Who wanna bubble in my free kicks? I see you covered in the reason you ain't seeing nothing that I be getting at you when I be making my job look all lovely. I'm with the Copenhagen mob. So you don't tell cats about the new banger, you squeal as if this wasn't meant to reveal. And what the deal is with that angle is you afraid of the power of the smash rap single. Say my name. I got the mic now. Get your shit off. Yo, tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. I know you never had this much in perspective at one time. Enlightenment. For that, I'm only charging you one rhyme. GA is like your hookup, forever on the lookout. Cause by design came like I put a book out. Then what it meant came like a song theme and a dream inside a Beamer. And brought with it 9 singles, 4 B-sides and 2 interludes. The driver said, just remember me, grand, like I remembered you. Well, no problem, yo, I promise I'ma be the brother. With Christ protege and quotes on the vibe cover. While the rest scattered from the navigators, the cop car. Survival slimmest till it's the block hard. I'm 4 bars from the finale of this, and I'll remain to hit you off with sweet rowdiness. So you should know how I get down. I get down like I was Mercury and winter. You ain't hurting me, nigga.
Yeah.
I got the mic now.
We got a raid coming in. Big shout to and Panadam. What up, Raiders? What up? What up? What up? What up?
Get your shit off.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck with y'all.
Just listen to these cuts. DJ Noise. I love a good scratch. Right about now, you tuned in to Sonny's Playhouse right here on IllTV, exclusively on Twitch. We're having a little album release party for my brother Grand Agent. By Design 20-year anniversary. Got an interview coming later. Bunch of special treats. So stay tuned. It's Mr. Sonny James broadcasting to you live from Los Angeles, but I am from Philly.
This is it. The concert you've been waiting for all year. Returning to the forum for a performance of a lifetime.
Skills Philly. Yo, stage by stage. From groundbreaking to foundation to sound station. Into the grand age by stage. From groundbreaking to foundation to sound station. Into the grand age by page. The only one way in, same way out. The game plays out, no way to gauge my fame. 1 with a slug, number 2 with a grenade. The grand marshal of my own little hit.
Philip Lee was popping.
I wave from the float, yo, I'm brave as a boat. No more slaving is the narrative, my waves quote. Cause the casino floor is something we will be no more. If life is such a game of chance, what's the ego for? If not to geese you
Unit
up,
21, what's up?
The age you tried to play the situation calmly like I'm Amish, but this rap living is some sprint-paced business. To keep me back and forth between cities like they women. So yo, now I'm out to smash your whole locale. Not for the few thousands, but really just to ask who's out. Everywhere I go, they say where you get your flow from. Yeah, I'm still Philly, and everywhere I go, they say you look like you know something. You don't know? I'm still Philly, and everywhere I go, they say where you get your flow from. You ain't heard? I'm still Philly, and everywhere I go, they say you look like you know something. You stupid? I'm still Philly.
Pass the mic and watch skills rip. And watch skills.
We got my guy DJ Revolution. LA legend, let's go.
Watch skills rip. Watch skills rip. Watch skills. Watch skills.
I'm on some
Y'all ready?
Let the beat rock. Check it out.
Woo!
Hezekiah, Grand Agent. You know what I'm saying?
I remember when we made this record.
Yeah, let's do that.
For you.
So good.
Playing. DJ Static.
Grand agent.
Sonny James, Sonny James.
Rhyme, bustin' my polyester pocket line. Damn, stay there, cause we ain't scared. And you ain't us, we lust, and we want theirs. And the thugs bust, we all rush, we all throw chairs. And it's fucked up, handcuffed, shit ain't fair. I should rock the sock and the Glock him, lift him up in the air, please. Stick him up and strip him down to his dungarees. Told him stick him up.
Grand Agent, what's good?
Dungarees, face fuck, fake fuck. You get one of these, hit him with that.
Yeah, watch one last shot. Watch one last shot.
You don't make no sense when you speak.
Insight, my brother.
Descendant of African, plenty for Greek. Ha, like a cop on the beat and you got heat in the sea. Hook, carry disease through scabs in the knees. Dance with the flesh. What you expect? I'm a vet, been rocking shows since a record sets. It's Hezekiah and GA, two of the best. Come on, feel it in the back of your neck, live in the Come on, what you waiting for? What you waiting on? Got to lose control, got to move the soul. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Come on, what you waiting for? What you waiting on? Got to move the soul. It's so beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? And check it out. You in the presence of the essence of it all.
Legend of the fall.
Rap scroll better by the bar.
So play it for
Joss, what's good?
The king himself is about. You in the jam, Johnny Cochran,
Man,
get
these
you out.
critics labeled us basement.
Yeah, maybe because of my blatant statements.
They written and raving.
3 years later, they begging, pacing the floor.
Trying to figure how the fuck they fell off. Saying they players, they ain't nothing but
Listen,
horse.
I will read you and spit you out.
I do you like my verses?
Do you like my verses? If not, I skit you out.
About face,
About
nigga.
my face with the anecdotes.
Y'all don't even have a toe.
You on the claim?
Thanks for the follow.
Cone, cubits, and clones.
They don't want it.
I want to battle, but opponents
They
they
postpone it. Look,
slam these
you
doors.
feeling me? Honk your horns.
And I don't need a response with the feedback form.
Come on, what you waiting for? What you waiting on? Got to lose control. Got to move the soul.
Two of the best from the 215 right here.
You ain't ready.
Let's go.
What you waiting for? What you waiting on? Got to move the soul. It's so beautiful.
Check it out. Cameo me, homie, only if you want me to house it. Do not try the same on mine. The Lord won't allow it. I'm like a fireproof messenger. Renting terminal falafel sandwiches I caught from Kamal and Ezra. That's all I ate in the 98 snatcher. Some was salt though, cause I was salt, pepper, ketchup. King of the fake house, y'all was just would be. Didn't beg your partner, and I didn't beg for pussy either. We all built for something, we all Paul Newman. I'm hustling as we speak, the fuck is y'all doing? Seem to me you only loitering, even if I'm on foot. Why you blowing hooks in your poisonous? 12 cylinder, what? Drawing long drew, but that's cool, cause you don't know where I'm walking to. The moms of the rhyme writer, I couldn't burn, they ain't even been born yet, so I got a complex.
Y'all ready to go shopping? Welcome to Walmart. You know what I'm saying? We got vests for pity, got Wiley's for ghosts. We got Tussin for Wayne, got ice for home. Let's go. What you need? Yo, books. Here, my nigga. Write us another made you look. Need that. Lean back, big and tall for crack. And oh yeah, we make keys. Tell Remy and Pat. Snoop Dogg, we got them White Owls and Vegas swishers. Easy white lighters and top paper. Take your pick and I'm speaking the pics. Guess take your pick and I'm speaking the pics. Guess take your pick and I'm speaking the pics. Guess what, Questlove? We got pics. Tell your man Hub we got hoodies and true sticks. I got to keep it moving. Let me see Ludacris. We got Hawaiian Silky for him. All the hoes saying put the cornrows back in. Underground niggas, the Garden Center got a lot of dirt. Car drops for collar, this throat got a hurt. I'm the Walmart of this art, y'all. I got it all. I got it all. I'm the Walmart of this rap shit. Drug, hardware, sporting goods, all that shit. I'm the Walmart of this art, y'all. I got it all. I got it all. I'm the Walmart of this rap shit. Drug, hardware, sporting goods, all that shit. We got men's fashions too, not quite the type outcast like. Y'all can cop something for Killer Mike. Glasses for Diddy, ass and titties too. I mean collagen.
That's right.
We got you.
Wah.
We on the tip of the cheapest. Get the big girl shit.
Once again, we having a little album release party situation right here on Sonny's Playhouse. My guy Grand Agent, let's go.
Trying to bag something up and get the panties off. Let me direct your attention to the pharmacy, dog. We got the lifestyles, we got the Trojans, energy drinks and various potions. We got the diaphragms, we got the spermicides. If it's gay guys, we got the KY. If it don't apply, don't raise hell. Bandanas for Santana, that's the I'm the Walmart of this art, y'all. I got it all, I got it all. I'm the Walmart of this rap shit. Drug, hardware, sporting goods, all that shit. I'm the Walmart of this art, y'all. I got it all, I got it all. I'm the Walmart of this rap shit. Drug, hardware, all that shit.
I'm telling you, it's the hands-free hurt you virtue. It's the hands-free hurt you virtue. Patience, I be chillin' where you make your mistakes, friend. I mean, I be building where you renting your space. See, I'm clean, all I ever had was my horses for the rain.
Catalog, we talking catalog tonight.
It's naked to see that you a fake. When I talk about me, they'll awfully red. I'm red. Bars written over 3 days, took 3 ways, perfecting the phrase. Never on some hurry up and wait for a plate. I'll eat what's available, my fate is unjailable. Patron saying to the flow, you like saying ain't so, I'm full circle though, no way to corner me. And I'll be right here riding camels through the eye. A brainstorm's buying time like Superfly, so I can smell the roses in the rap narration. On my legend, 25 years in the making.
Time to make the right rhyme. I spend time with the rhyme. Taking the time to make the right rhyme. I spend time with the rhyme. Taking the time to make the right rhyme. I spend time with the rhyme. Taking the time to make the right rhyme. Taking the time.
Oh yeah, I dreamt of being 17 up in the magazine on my most special ed, but that wasn't even half the dream. Should've seen the cream I had eyes for, the hots for, hard dick lyric banging on the locked door. Got this nigga named Empress Beyond for a long time, though we wouldn't even correspond. So it was just me, proposition and Mr. Dustry, like trust me, it's way husky. I got the hottest rhyme book around. I cook the sound medium rare, let the big snares blare. I live and breathe this, Mr. Industry. Just give a listen, you will find them what you've been missing. Total package with the global options. I can leap over lies and mash down doctrines. He wasn't even hearing it. That's okay.
I know a few of y'all got this 12-inch called Patience.
Walk, don't run, take time.
Ill Boogie Records.
Fuck around and get egg all on your face. Pace yourself, son, pace. Your body just pace. Cause you can work hard and never blow. Or you can work smart and better your flow. You can't have your game though. You fuck around and get egg on your face. So pace, so pace, so pace, so pace.
I love you so. Life's too short, you know. So I love you so. Life's too short, you know. So I love you so. Life's too short, you know. So I love you so. Life's too short, you know. So I love you so. Life's too short, you know. So I love you so. Life's too short, you know. So I love you so. Life's too short, you know. So I love you so. Life's too short, you know.
So in all God's grace or all God's glory, get in my face and tell my story. Share my experience, strength and hope. It's serious right now. It's not a so in all God's grace or all God's glory, get in my face and tell my story. Share my experience, strength and hope. It's serious right now.
I love you so.
Had to run that one back.
You know. So I love
this one is on this record called Hustle Till It Hurt.
You know. So
once again, paying all respect due to my guy Grand Agent.
So
in my mind, he's top 10 dead or alive. Let's get it.
Life's too short, you know.
Woo.
So in all God's grace or all God's glory, get in my face and tell my story. Share my experience, strength and hope. It's serious right now. It's not a joke. This goes out to the worldwide youth. No matter where you go, don't hide from the truth. Now that might sound cliche. Right now, you're young and you live a carefree life now. One thing we all learn, like it or not, is how it feels to lose the coveted spot. Don't take love for granted, not ever. Celebrate and cherish it. What's better? Back and forth, moods do swing, but the ups and downs are all part of this thing that we call life. But it's alright, ain't it alright? It's alright.
I love you so.
Tell somebody.
Life's too short, you know.
Tell somebody.
So I love you so.
Tell somebody.
Life's too short, you know.
Tell somebody.
So I love you so.
Tell somebody.
Life's too short, you know.
Tell somebody.
I love you so.
Tell somebody.
Life's too short.
Sucker ass deal, I signed a 9-8. Catch the contract by design the plate. The Sahara Motor Lodge was the place I rest. Past the pool up the back staircase to the left. Fried chicken and croissant from rock and roll route. Pen and hand, plan in mind, half a wing in my mouth. I wrote like that, he won't fight back. That's how I started off. He must have really thought my head screwed on and off. This ill boogie nigga tested my patience. You gotta love it, the irony of it is blazing. Not only that, he said he wanted to help. He put the battle record out, it put a notch on my belt. Yeah, but ain't nobody had to tell me I want it. Like when otherwise people
Long Beach line was popping.
That was the Elements, and that was Los Angeles. That was 6 years ago. Some of them are still amateurs, but I ain't eating either. I ain't hungry no more. Fasting and recording, I've been since 94. Not giving a fuck since like 75. So if your shit just coming out, it better be live. Boy, I know some Germans who say that, and rappers who be coming to the stage with playback. More power to you if you moving them units, cause the power will be given to the one who assume it. And you can hustle with the muscle or finesse, so long as you hustle that which you hustle best. But that's a line from another story, when Elijah Love used to spit all the foul parts for me. I kept it clean and in line with the image that I didn't really want, that's why I dropped 2 bitches. Speaking of which, here's a salt and pepper line. I keep making records if you keep on buying.
It's off an album called Under the Circumstances, Grand Agent. Oh no, Philly to LA Connect. It's another joint off that record.
Yeah.
Woo! About to go for it.
Yeah.
It's official.
Grand Agent Live Lagrange. Let's get it.
The Grand Agent gots to be the show shot. The rapper range, she gots to be the show shot. The boy agent gots to be the show shot. And yeah, range, she gots to be the show shot. La la, we rock for feet.
Big up, appreciate y'all, man.
And if it ain't range, then she's not with me. So you can do you, it's T-Dot and no me. We go.
You think cause I got tits, I ain't got skills? What gangster for this rap shit? Spit and leave you ill like SARS. When I rip through at least 8 bars, I ate about 8 dunnies who ripped 8 bars. The dicks I bounced on and left in guards. Got these cats robbed by about 8 guards. Leave minds infatuated by the newest of fashion. Ganja lovers call me for the blueberry with
passion.
Baby 380 in the Louis Vuitton purse. Fuck being rap, I'll leave you blue-faced in a hearse. It's all about cash, followed up by respect. From food stamps to welfare, cash and ass cap checks.
The Grand Agent gots to be the show shot. The rapper range, she gots to be the show shot. The boy agent gots to be the show shot.
Once again, you tuned in to Sonny's Playhouse. Let's do it like this, though. You rocking with the Illvibe Collective.
Yes, y'all, you are officially tuned into an Illvibe situation. It's your man Grand Agent right here.
Listen up.
In the building with Sonny James. So we gon' set it off. Sonny James has got to be the show shot. Philip Lee, he's got to be the show shot. The Bull Panic got to be the show shot. And Lil Dave, come on, ooh la la, we rock for a fee, baby, not for free. And if you're not rocking with the IVC, you could do you, but you should probably be. We go ooh la la, we rock for a fee, baby, not for free. And if you ain't rocking with the Illvibe, 9 times out of 10 it ain't a real vibe. Illvibe is the collective, and they got skills. The most gangsterous sound system out of the field. They the joint, tune connoisseurs in charge. It's like 6 of them, damn near as much as the bars. Get in the mix with them. If you in the club or the car, in the crib or the gym, for the sickest of blends, you ain't gotta take my word. Find you a screen, pull up Ill TV, see what I mean. Not only ill, but it's charismatic. The genres, the eras, the rarest, the classics. In all fairness, I know cats hella long, but you rockin' with them right now. Tell me I'm wrong. Skip Mode, he gots to be the show shot. Matthew Law, he gots to be the show shot. Illvibe Collective is the show shot, and I'm the boy respected. We the show shot. La la, we rock for a fee, baby, not for free.
We go to my man GA for the dub plate.
The IVC,
woo.
You could do you, but you should probably be. We go ooh la la, we rock for a fee, baby, not for free. And if you ain't rocking with the Illvibe,
East Coast, West Coast, what up? We're celebrating hip hop tonight. Let's get it.
You know what? I think I'm really about to go for it. I think it's time I had something I can show for it. Got on a little paper trail and got known for it. So international cell phones were blown for it. Yeah, but they don't know I never had it though. I'm like the one man traveling, rap slaps and
magic show.
I turn parties out. This all women in half, now get the body out. Sip some Guinness and laugh. What's the recipe for destiny, cousin? When you gross 100,000, saving less than a dozen. Yeah, a fool in this paper will soon part. And we ain't running all up on nobody. We work room smart.
Sonny James has got to be the show shot. Philip Lee's got to be the show shot. The Bull Panic got to be the show shot. And Lil Dave, come on. Skip Modi got to be the show shot. Matthew Law, he got to be the show shot. Illvibe Collective is the show shot. And I'm the boy respected, we the show shot. Show shot, show shot, dealing with the stucknesses. Got all the right curves, all the right responses. And only built for psychological mobsters. To blow her mind like a real big fat gun. Her G is futuristic, she is that one. And can't tell her nothing, better just to show her. Cause you can kick her with her, still never get to know her. On the job harder than most dudes is. Not who your whiz is, not who your muse is. Not your piece, nor your bunny or bird. And somehow woman just ain't enough of a word. Don't get yourself hoodwinked, fellas. You wouldn't know a good thing if she made you jealous. And that's gangster. But what's gangster if it ain't love? It ain't love.
When we first met, we didn't have stardom. You held me down, took care of me like a father. Pushed me to my limits and took me much farther. Daddy, it's an honor to be your prima donna. Front on you never, all you gotta do is holler. Trying to have those seeds in, turn them into scholars. See, I'm your queen, you was my power. You all I need now to my final hour. Take pleasure in spoiling and rubbing your back. When you hungry, I'm feeding you and keeping you fat. You my son, I'm your earth, we both respect that. Neither one of us left the other one in the trap. Me and you forever. We tougher than leather, tighter than big like Ben and Jennifer. I ain't saying all this just to sweat ya, but I know I'll never find another love better. Gangster.
Once again, big love to Liv Lorraine.
That's what it is, though. That super fly cat, grand agent, breezing around with that fire chick range. You know, chickens one day and feathers the next.
Check it out.
This be cute.
Let's go to a live performance that we recently did in downtown Los Angeles. Me and my man, Grand Agent. Once again, it's the 20-year anniversary of By Design with a special re-release version that's out now. Let's do it like this.
They consider you a king? Put it this way, I am a king.
Hey, check it out. It's your boy, Mr. Sonny James. I represent Team Serrano and Team Illvibe Collective. From Philadelphia to Los Angeles, this is how we do it, man. Caliph, now what's good? From downtown LA with my guy, Grand Agent, celebrating the 20-year anniversary of By Design, which coincidentally was the first album I got a chance to tour with internationally. So I'm happy to be here. And on that note, a wise man once said, to those who want peace, let there be peace. But to those who want war, sheesh. GA, let's do it.
Sonny James, what up, what up?
Yo, yo.
Good to see you, my man.
Always.
It's been a minute. Back in LA. We kind of was like ships passing. I was heading back east, you was coming out here.
You know.
But we got it together right now. Stay tuned for By Design 2, 2021. But for now, we take it back. I'ma tell you straight from the gate, you frauds. My name is Grand Agent. Closest thing to the Lord that the mic is gonna ever know. You wanna flow? Better flow the fuck out of here. It's my era. I'ma tell you straight from the gate, you frauds. My name is Grand Agent. Closest thing to the Lord that the mic is gonna ever know. You wanna flow? Better flow the fuck out of here. Come on, raise your glass, make a toast to your last pick of hope. The Grand Agent. I don't throw jab or bad coke. Eyeballing how this thing of ours went sour. I got the right mind to rest in this 11th hour. I can't see God rhyming in the same game. Well, what's his name? You know him when you see him. He caught the fame. Like the bouquet inside the wedding. Same fame I be dodging. It came too gay your head. For them insecure assholes with no grease. I'm trying to be a James Todd, not a Cochise. Happily ever after, still black. Through the hood like the good windshield fact. Breeze through with some G's and tools that may or may not necessarily be pistols. See, that's for me to know, for y'all to never learn. Study grand, all you getting is a mirror burn. I'm from the same place that you came from. The insane coming, the brains behind the sun. I was brought up to be the agent, to hit your list in the booth with this medicinal truth. Refinement assignment, got to grind it all the way out. Break days, stay out, be only seen on route. To bigger, better, more focused, fruitful. Other LPs you can cop, mine brought you and opened you wide as the countryside from the city though, where they shoot cops like videos. This is the sounds of the grounds I'm familiar with. Some down low, well-educated killer shit. You can't defeat what you can't provoke, cause what you can't provoke won't even rumble you. Humbled you like the slap box that went too far, hit you too hard, and now you wanna hurt me? Well, eat me, jerk me. That's all I got for you. Say the grade school shit, this is doctoral. Black cane driven, type of talk to walk niggas to the uncharted lands known as ain't living. Just hold my hand, just blast my record. True that I'm the man, but it's all about the message. The moral of the chorus, the theme of the beat. Without a big dick, your dreams incomplete.
That's
so
why
I'ma tell you straight from the gate, you frauds. My name is Grand Agent, closest thing to the Lord that the mic is gonna ever know. You wanna flow, better flow the fuck out of here. It's my era. I'ma tell you straight from the gate, you frauds. My name is Grand Agent, closest thing to the Lord that the mic is gonna ever know. You wanna flow, better flow the fuck out of here. It's my era.
Sonny James.
As we proceed, shout the high-tech planet Asia. This is it, y'all, that I live my life. On the mic is my type of hype. Yeah, it's only right. Grand Agent. Listen, this is it, y'all. No more than a one fall bout with fate. Confrontation of a dream I used to contemplate. Greatest author on the planet with the ghetto twist. Versus the inner child who now knows to never wish. You got to exercise caution when you're using words. It ain't enough that every unspoken thought is heard. And I was fashioned in the image of who's hearing me. God is grand, not for purposes of tyranny. This is it, y'all. Freedom that I knew was coming. Justice is an activity. This is your summons. It's but a short stroll from the cradle to the grave. Keep your boots, place you in the company of your knaves. That's always and forever on the heat wave tip. I first found mastery when as a beat slave. I was brought before a jury of my own fears. For lying to myself and sentenced to a wasted year. I did that, then upon returning to the microphone, I made a vow that I'ma never leave this life alone. And got busy revolutionizing rap with awareness. Closest to a battle rap you'll hear is this. All's fair that'll hustle up a couple sales. But I don't need some customers, I need a clientele. I need constituents, a landmass, a navy to roll with me should the need arise to go crazy. When I'm feeding for a microphone. 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 Yeah. Yeah. What's my name? This joint called Mingling right here. First single. All the way back. Shout to Cutmaster Curse. Shout to Revolution. Shout to Zach Cat. Talking about 1999 right here. You're mingling with Mayhem Slim. Listen, it's like Farrakhan say. A new thing is happening today. It's sweet to blaspheme beats when you ain't got to pay. But the ancient stress patient, the age of knowledge anxious. If I take my time, but I can't spit. It don't exist a moment, list myself and I kiss. You know it's bona fide, certified hotness. From the mother freaking Major Deegan to the 5 in the state, I mildly penetrate like the Kahlua. Then I lace the homogenize, the base of philosophize, grace the demonic guys. I'm out of Dodge. My interests include flow, love, and war. The hip championship I'm thugging for. Now take the flyest rook, rhyme book like a Lincoln freak. Page 43, the jet beauty of the speak. Now, I don't really know, but some shit he said. The grand came through, left this kid Mike for dead. You're mingling with Mayhem Slim. Sonny James, go. What up, Star? Word to Kenneth Wayne. In it the same, you better off spectating, speculating the aim. Rest assured, I got the fresh, mature listeners locked on some extra next texturized imagery stock inspired by only my desire to be the mega interworld poster man child for MC. Go! You mingling with Mayhem Slim. Sonny James, what's my name, though? You mingling with Mayhem Slim. You mingling with Mayhem Slim. You mingling with Mayhem Slim. Now, if this ain't ill, dub don't commence with the drum fill. And it don't take a late night to make it tight. Willie bigger than the Billy Squire beeper comprehends. None of what I speak of see through cause I pretend now. I don't really know, but some shit he said. The Grand came through, left his kid Mike for dead. From the front page of Final Call, Genocide Bellow. They ain't understand this kid Mike was made of metal. I jetted though, running for good credit of course, cause rap shit on my license, James Brown was the source. And girls act stupidly when I be spilling them texts like they just was silicone and I was filling them. But they numb, them in the skullers, I be cool getting. You mingling with mayhem, slim and soul splitting. Woo!
Yeah.
Sing. Let rap receive her king.
It's my
Sing
joint.
again, come on. Let rap receive her king. Straight jacket rap for the lesser. You ain't sick, you just under pressure. I know the feeling, but flows need healing. I brought her Mr. Kelp in the stealth form of a rhyme that you felt. Man, listen, I'm in the pole position, on-call physician, balling on a mission to get y'all to listen. That all, until you do, I'm a pioneer the proof. Until it's customary that you're trying to hear the truth. The truth meaning grand, the truth meaning agent, the truth meaning the most amazing. Blindside collision to hit rap ever. If you wanna live through this, then build an arc, yo, this is bad weather. Welcome to the grand age. Clear the stage, I'm original and paid. It's man-made, but it's God-like. I be the image of perfection when I rhyme right. Concerning me, only with the learn the tree. Now you can hang from it or chop it down, but either way it's murder. See how you can afford to. The brutal truth that I brought through to support, not abort you, fought you to help you. Before you felt me, I felt you. Aching for a good song on some monk shit, hoods on. Praying for a real rapper to get put on. Well, here I am, man. Here goes nothing. The neighborhood and you know more good after my introduction. I don't give a fuck, I don't really. And you can quote that from the Pope of North Philly. Only to my nature do I credit successes. One of few who the buck blesses. And I suggest you get right with the Lord. Get your mics and your chords. I'm the new bandwagon, all aboard. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh. We got live DJing happening. Shout out to Mr. Sizzle. Shout out to old man.
Mr. Sonny.
Yeah. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, F. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, F. It's phenomenal, you feed to know who produced it. Phrases frequently heard regarding new music, who the kid rhyming. Where you from, what's the label? Now's a bad time to approach the turntable. Try again next millennium or some other bash. Cause when they got to this job, it's another smash. I just hit them with it minutes ago. On some exclusive promo to spin at this show. 2,500 heads waiting on Black Star. Sonny James, throw your shit on, you feel like a star. Visions of my image on the stage that I'm looking at. From the balcony to down front, I could've took it back. Every ear spectating inside the palace. Hype, cause my likeness is Mike Lester Salas. But that was when I was the limelight addict. Nowadays, getting music added is my habit. The kind you wait on, to debate on, to hate on. Ever since the ad with the street date on. And now the future can't come quick enough. Promotional bandits out, sticking mad stickers up. They got graffiti goals all city. The anticipation keep punching fat beats way busy. Long before the day of reckoning, we make it so that when the album drop, enough respect. And now you want it like every 5 minutes. Woo! And now you want it like every 5 minutes. And now you want it like every 5 minutes. Woo! And now you want it like every 5 minutes. DJs, what you say now? And now you want it like every 5 minutes. Come on. And now you want it like every 5 minutes. Shout out to the 215, 215, 21 pound. Got a lot of nasty DJs over there. Man like Jazzy Jeff, Cash Money, Evil Tracy, Active, Illvibe Collective, Rich Medina, Mr. Sizzle. The list goes on and on. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Now, I'm like quiet earth, come through, quiet your turf. Get your city up in arms with the science I birthed the monster dance. Yeah, line the meaning of this up with the jet stream, get it across. When it's all about aesthetics and sound, satisfaction is my attribute. The proper noun, hands down. To retail spots, I'm known as the grand agent. See me at the in-store, hear me at the station. Feel me at the concert live is the preferred way. Feel me at the concert live is the preferred way. Feel me at the concert live. It ain't nothing like what? That was good money right there. Shout out to Lord Finesse, hold the ITC. Primo. I'm already legendary if I stop this weekend. Switch lifestyles and cease public speaking. You're still frozen, secure in your flow scheme. Now the fact that you strapped like Bokeem, it means nothing major. They saw you put on, they saw me come up, they saw the young star is on. Who do the circumstance, courage, and desire got with you. I set the big picture on fire, play hard. Be in and out of Dodge like God, just a rumor being. You may be seeing a mirage, come closer. Pinch the poster child for ill. Hurry up, cause in a minute, I'ma do what I feel. And that's blown out. 9 times out of 9 when the microphone's out, it's just long enough to zone out. But when the time don't stand still, I bite. And before time finds me, I blend with the night. Leaving not a trace, nor shadow of a doubt. I was born a made man, never battled for the clout. I fucks with the greats, and upwards of 3 or 4 states. My basement tapes done seen more gates than a little bit. I'm just the type that like the filament, right where they gas you and blast you. For not much more than the thrill of it. I be trying to tell niggas grand on some other shit. Listen, I know the slang of 1,000 gangs, yo. I'm legendary.
You think you're a legend?
Hold up. Another 1,000 gangs know my name, though. I'm legendary.
You think you're a legend?
I got 1,000 ill rhymes to my name, you know what I'm saying? I'm legendary.
You think you're a legend?
But that's 3,000. I'm way ahead of the game, yo. I'm legendary.
You think you're a legend?
You know G ran the joint up out of the place. The man is known by voice, by style, by face, by choice. My space can't be invaded. Rhymes go from old to syncopated. And one record flat, you checking for that. Which is this, cause Finesse did the tracks and I rhyme bliss. The onlookers come to grips when I spit a general on some year-long March Madness. The bad news precedes my footsteps, but good rep is good, rep is good, rep is good rep. The haps is broke down before I spoke. I got the full Nelson choke down pat. You know it sound fat. Go on, say it don't. If you don't know by now, you never want up 2 times fly. As your crew and I came to set trends, get rich and never die. It's the I know the slang of 1,000 gangs, yo. I'm legendary.
You think you're a legend?
Hold up. Another 1,000 gangs know my name, though. I'm legendary.
You think you're a legend?
I got 1,000 ill rhymes to my name, you know what I'm saying? I'm legendary.
You think you're a legend?
But that's 3,000. I'm way ahead of the game, yo. I'm legendary.
You think you're a legend?
Yeah. By Design 20th anniversary going down like this. Live from downtown LA, Serato Studios. Sonny James on the 1 and 2. We celebrating, baby. This February 2021, By Design 2 coming. Like to thank everybody for the love and the support over the decades, baby. That's decades, plural. We fresh out of the 215 worldwide, and it just don't stop.
All right, so welcome to Sonny's Playhouse. You know, it's our weekly, I don't know what we call it, but we're always having fun. So big shout out to everybody who tunes in. Big shout out to the Illvibe Collective. My name is Mr. Sonny James. I'm here with my brother, Grand Agent.
Yo, yo.
What's up, man?
I'm chilling, man. You know, just a lot of good stuff. You know, I've been out here for a couple of days, hanging out with my son and grabbing footage for a TV show called One Last Shot.
Yep.
Which has been like years in the making.
Yeah.
And also doing a By Design 20th anniversary campaign, which is very fun.
Yep.
And I was in the studio this morning with my son.
Yeah.
Not the first exact time, but I think the first time we did a collab, and he actually did the beat. So, you know, life is good, man.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, yeah.
So you touched on it a little bit. I want to talk about One Last Shot, too, at some point. But you know, the main thing that's going on right now in your life is the By Design anniversary.
Right.
And the first thing I want to say is, can you believe that it's been 20 years?
You know, yes and no, right? It's like we was talking about our kids the other day, like just looking at them.
Yeah.
Full grown, you know, maybe not grown, but they up and running.
Close
you know?
enough. Yeah.
And, you know, on one hand, yeah, I can totally believe it because when I think about all the stories and all the adventures since then, but on the other hand, it's like, damn, you know, 20 years, you know, and then you think about how many relationships that record spawned and how much of, you know, my time since then has been based on that. Then it's like, wow, like makes you grateful, makes you reflective, and makes you appreciative to and to still be doing it, and to still, like I said, like I just really got a renewed love for it. So
yeah,
it's a good feeling, man, for sure.
It's fun to be able to reflect on some of those times because it was, you know, a lot of dope times in Philly. And beyond. And but you know, the time that we're in now is just especially crucial and bizarre in a lot of ways. So how would you say that the quarantine, this quarantine business has been treating you so far?
I've been enjoying it in a way, right? Because, you know, I'm one of them guys that just been waiting for America to implode so we can get to the next better chapter. So on one hand, I'm like, okay, maybe we getting closer to a reset. But, you know, like I'm a dude who like peace, you know, and I live in the New York area. And so for the first couple weeks, just to go outside and the streets be naked. And, you know, I enjoyed that aspect of it. You know, I mean, I've lost people to COVID, you know, same. So it's a wide range of experience, but you know, I'm maintaining, man. I'm pretty grateful to be able to be generally content no matter what's going on. So I'm just rolling with it. You know what I mean? I'm just rolling with it. Yeah.
I think that's a good way to be honest, because you know, there's so many people who have the best of circumstances all the time and they're miserable.
Right.
So I think if you can find happiness even when the whole world is closed down, then, you know, once you have to go without some shit, when you have things, it's even better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of how I've been.
What really occurred to me was like, most of the shit we do is non-essential.
How about that?
on a regular basis, right? Because, like, when I think about what couldn't I do that I really missed, you know, for a while, it was like going to the movies, going out to eat, you know, spending money. I mean, and that's how our whole shit works, you know, on frivolous shit. It was really interesting to see what people did in lieu of that. You know what I mean?
It's definitely eye-opening.
Yeah.
So can you talk a little bit about how the By Design project kind of came together and well, it's a two-part question, but that's the first part of it.
Yeah, so, you know, I mean, you know most of the story, but around 1998, you know, was when I first started kind of branding Grand Agent. I spun it out of the name situation, which we had put together a good deal of momentum around the city and a few other places beyond. And I felt like we was coming to the point where we was at a make it or break it stage with name. And I think it started to become a little bit obvious that my goals in terms of making a career out of it were a little bit different than the other guys. So, you know, really how it came was it spun out of that. We did the release party for a Lost Page, the B-Boy document, at Footwork. You know, Yuri from Yuri Dutton, shout out, was from Armand Records. Was back in town. He was living out here at that time. He was like, yo, man, you should come out to L.A. And, you know, one thing kind of led to another. I took him up on his offer, slept on his couch for a while. He got me a gig at a record distributor. I met another guy, Zach Katz. He had a label. I had a kind of a label deal there. And Yuri introduced us, and we started kicking it. And, you know, he had a label and he had an artist that he had, you know, spent all his money on pretty marketing stuff and all that. But I don't think they was as committed that he saw I was, and he saw something in me. And so we partnered up, and we just started knocking the album out. At that time, Work the Angles was the biggest underground record in the world, and Cutmaster Kurt was a star, and Zach, being business-minded, tried to jump on that bandwagon. That's how I ended up with the 2 Cutmaster Kurt singles.
Okay.
Based on the success of that. And that was, I came out here, too. That was like the wave, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
And the Revolution scratches and all of that.
Yep.
And so as we get more into the making of the record, then I have to start being like, yo, that's cool, but, I know people and I make beats and I mean, he knew all this, but he was very to his giving him a nod on that. He was very game minded, you know what I mean?
Right.
So we had a few talks about, look, we can't do all of this strictly for the business stuff, because I work better with people that I just fuck with on a regular basis. You know what I mean?
Right, same.
So I came back home. I did a couple joints. I did a joint with Sis, 1 or 2 joints with Chops. And then the next kind of collaborative, balance of what's official and what's commercially viable, we started to kind of brainstorm together on that. So, High Tech and Common had that big joint out in 1999 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yo, we got to get this guy. So we got High Tech.
Yeah.
Planet Asia was just coming out at the time. I had met him out here. Zach was a fan of his. He was like, let's get Planet Asia on that. And then, the Lord Finesse joint, which is probably the biggest name producer on there.
Mm-hmm.
That came about because at that time it was like, you got to have a Primo beat. And we tried to get that Preem, but the schedule was like, you had to wait months and months and months.
Right.
And so he was like, well, Lord Finesse is available. And I'm thinking like, well, let's go with that because it's comparable and it ain't the same old same. It's like everybody had the premiere joint, which, I wanted. I still want it. But it was like, this ain't, this ain't chopped liver right here.
Exactly.
Let's go with this.
Yeah.
And so, and that was probably maybe the last joint. No, the High Tech joint was the last joint because I was out here and Asia's voice was like he had some sore throat or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did my part and went back home, went back to Philly.
Yep.
And then they finished it up. And that's pretty much, and I think it probably all took, in those days, like, from the time Mingling came out, because Mingling was done separately. It came out in 99. And then all through that year, we finished the album. And then, all through the 2000. And then 2001, the album came out. So it was probably like a 14-month process or something like that overall.
Okay.
And, that's how it happened. And then, in those days, it was like you do your project, you get a distributor, whether Fat Beats or whoever, and we ended up with Groove Attack.
Yeah.
And, Groove Attack was real solid in Europe and kind of fledgling over here. So, they started bringing me to Europe to do promo, and it was just popping. Like I'd be driving a cab in Philly and then go to Germany and be on TV, within a matter of 3 or 4 days,
What a mind warp that
is. So I just was like, yo, and after the second time, I was like, I get back over this motherfucker. I'm camping out,
Oh, I remember.
and that's when that's when we linked up, right?
Yeah,
because I was like, yo, it was the Common Tour, I heard about it. I was like, so I told Groove Attack, I'm like, yo, y'all got to get me on this tour. And they got us them tickets.
Yeah.
And that was it. And I knew going over, I was like, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, man.
I ain't tell nobody. I ain't even tell my mom. I was just like, I got to just do it.
Yeah.
And then, update them later because I ain't want to lose my goal. You know what I mean? I'm like, I got to go for it. That's how it kicked off. You know what I mean?
You turned into One Way Wallace.
Yeah. Yeah.
wasn't mad at you.
Yeah, no, I had to do it, man.
Yeah. So, so how would you say your relationship is now with SZM and Ozzy from Name?
Oh, it's great. We got a song we working on for By Design 2. Kind of a name. I don't want to say name reunion, but it's just like a brotherhood joint. You know what I mean? Which I'm looking forward to. It's in the works.
Word.
So we good. I mean, that was a tough. Everything I had did up till 98 in terms of pursuing a career was with them. So that was a real hard decision to be like, yo, but the writing was kind of on the wall, and Ozzy was getting married. Like, we was getting off into real life,
Right.
So it was a hard decision, you know what I mean? But I had to let them know, and I had to go for it. And, we never, never had a period of real discontent or anything around that, and I count them among some of the truest friends that I have, you know what I mean? So yeah, we all good, man. I know everybody's kids and all of that, you know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, big up Mr. SZM, man, because when Illvibe first started kind of getting outside of the college realm of things and started doing stuff like, in the hood and wherever.
Yeah.
There was like actual hip hoppers doing stuff.
Yeah.
I'll say SZM and Slash One and Evil Tracy and Active.
Yeah.
All those guys, they embraced us like super early. Shout out to Doodles as well.
That's what's up.
Yeah, they showed a lot of love, so big up to them. So as one of the few people I know who have actually spent a considerable amount of time both in the US and Europe.
Yeah.
Can you just tell us about that experience? Because most of us have never lived abroad for more than a few weeks.
Right. So yeah, I mean, for me at the time, it was just like letting a 20, 23, 25-year-old pressure valve out of North Philadelphia and chip on the shoulder and game face and all that, and just decompressing, just like slowly decompressing. And we talked about that in terms of coming out to California too, but that was the first time I got to do it, and not always be on guard, you know what I mean? Like that what the black man goes through in America shit, you know what I mean? Like I didn't have that experience, and people would be like Germany, and they would always think Nazis, and I'm like, it ain't like that.
It's been a little bit of time since then.
Yeah. And they are so like they do not want to be perceived like that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so they super vigilant on their, inclusion, John. And so, that experience for me was just like a one big decompression. You know what I mean? And also like not having really been 100% on board with playing the game for By Design, and just being able to make the record I wanted to make, which was Fish Out of Water. Just like I made it with the people I was hanging out with. It didn't matter what their name was or how what they cachet was. It was like they fuck with me, I fuck with them.
Yep.
And so it gave me a whole nother level of personal and creative freedom. You know what I'm saying? And so, Europe at that time, it seems like Europe is a little crazy now with all the refugees and everybody tripping about immigration over there too. But at that time, it was pretty stable. I wasn't, I think maybe one time I encountered some police that kind of felt like they approached me just because of what I look like. But by and large, man, it was like a big break from that racist tension that you just
24/7.
Exactly. So I appreciated it, man. And there's been more than one occasion when I felt like, should I have hung out? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I had gotten I was like on my next visa renewal, I would have been like permanent.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like that deep in. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I was just thinking I was more career minded than life minded. So I'm like, well, I got to get back to the States. I got to duplicate the success. I got, just play the game. So, that's one thing. If I had the option to do it again, I would have held out for that permanent
job.
visa. Yeah, for sure.
So for those who don't know, GA is the first person to actually take me abroad and kind of put the travel bug in my back, all super crazy. And I've spent mad time in Europe and everywhere else since then. And I remember on that first run, it was mostly like Scandinavia that we did.
Right.
And I personally fell in love with like Denmark and Sweden and even Finland to some extent and all that. So if I would have predicted that you were going to move to Europe at that time, I would have said, oh, he's going to move to Copenhagen.
Right.
So, but what was it about Germany in particular?
Well, it was Groove Attack was there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was strictly like business. You know what I mean? That's what the location was about. Because I had hung out there, because I went there when they brought me over for promo.
Yeah.
I met a few people, a few musicians. It's just like I had just enough couches to crash on in Cologne. So it was like,
right.
And then, I wanted to cultivate a relationship with the label because I didn't really like how shit went the first time.
Okay.
And I figured like this would be a more networkable situation to kind of do things the way I wanted to the second time. And
right.
that turned out to be true. They turned out to be a lot more flexible and understanding of the artists. The artists need to be in somewhat of a creative control capacity. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it worked out, it worked out.
So you said you worked on Fish Out of Water out there, and that was pretty much the album that you wanted to make.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about the public's reception of it, or
how can I say it? This was a big thing. As like marketing, promotion, and presence in the marketplace makes all the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Now, between By Design and Fish Out of Water, my relationship with Groove Attack changed from being an artist on their label to being a label distributed by them.
Got it.
So that basically meant that every promotional thing I had to pay for it, or I had to orchestrate
right
outside of them or with them. So, the first response was, where the names at? Where the name brand producers,
Yeah.
And I found it a little bit ironic that a lot of people in Germany wasn't impressed by or appreciative of the fact that a lot of those guys were German producers, which I found to be a little bit odd. So I guess for them it was like, they looked to us as the standard
100%.
bearers, and like, why would you do that? And for
Right.
me, it was so much more than that. It was like you can imagine at 25, 26 years old, just bouncing and going to living. It's like I wanted to document that in every possible way. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and these dudes, I see them online now, and we still, friendly, and I still get feature requests, and like all of that time there is still reaping benefits to this day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So people didn't get it, I don't think, but I partially think they didn't get it because they didn't know about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like some people only know By Design to this day.
Yeah,
it must be 11, 12 Grand Agent albums, but
right.
the one that they get, and like over the years, people slowly catch on to stuff, and because of the internet now, it's like people can get it, but in that day and age, it was like, if you ain't have the right setup, if the DJ ain't have it at the right time,
Right,
if the magazine ain't have it at the right time,
Yeah.
and all the
Then
dominoes
forget it.
wasn't falling,
Yeah.
nobody knows. So I think the response was people didn't understand what the hell I was doing, basically.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But for me, it was a more truer representation of who I saw Grand Agent as. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So.
And then you did Under the Circumstances.
Right.
Do you feel like that album did what it was supposed to do?
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Why
do you think that is?
What happened between By Design and Fish Out of Water, and probably between Fish Out of Water and Under the Circumstances, was like Napster and the internet.
Damn. Yeah.
And the same way people were scrambling, 10 years ago with streaming or how the fuck we gonna do this.
Right.
people were scrambling like a motherfucker around that time. And, you
Right.
know, CDs and all that shit just fell off, you know?
Yeah.
And what happened under the circumstances, man, it's such a convoluted story, you know?
Yeah.
When I was on Groove Attack, you know, I was hanging out with Declaim a lot. We did multiple tours together.
Yep.
And, you know, he was always like, yo, you got to get Madlib beats. You got to get Ono beats. You got to get, like, you got to get the Oxnard. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
And so finally, him and this dude, Richard Vaughn, like, they put together, like a Declaim label, basically, Illmind Music.
Music, yeah.
So Declaim was like, yo, we going to do it now. I'm going to get you some Ono beats, right?
Yeah.
So we do it, get it done, and then it just, I don't know what happened with the label, but it just sat for a while.
Yeah.
And then one day I'm talking to Jim at Soul Spaz, and I'm like, yo, man, I got this joint, and it's pretty dope.
It's very dope.
We should figure out how to, so somehow or another we get the shit from them.
Yeah.
And then me and Jim go to, and this was another fucking huge factor in that record. It was studio distribution, right, in New York.
Yep.
And in the middle of the shit coming out or just having released, they closed up. They went out of business.
I remember.
Yeah.
I was actually at studio, I think, a day before they closed with OP and Michael Adasco. Well, Michael Adasco, I think, had just left. I think he sensed that the shit was sinking.
Right.
Ship was sinking, but
and
I don't know if he's listening, but he probably didn't want me to see it. Shout out Mike Steady.
So that's what happened with that one. And you know, but what I'm learning right now with By Design 2 is that By Design 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
A fucking video will change everything.
Facts.
And this probably won't be the last album I go back and do a shit ton of videos to.
That's good.
You know what I mean? Because a video is a single these days.
100%.
There's no way around it. You know, that's what and your spins and your potential royalties from spins is on video views.
100.
And that's just the reality of it. So I got a lot of bangers that I know most of the world never heard.
Yeah.
And at some point, once I get beyond this campaign and the By Design 2, I'm going to definitely compile my favorite joints and do another run of videos because that's what it is these days. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think under the circumstances they're nowhere near what it could have, but you know what this campaign is teaching me is like it ain't over.
It's definitely not over, and
You know what I mean?
that's the benefit of making timeless music too. It's like when you do shit that's following the trend of right now.
Right.
Good luck 10 years from now
Right.
getting people to digest it. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
So I feel like now, and even for this show, even on Sonny's Playhouse, we play the new videos of old records, and people like, who's this dude?
Right.
This nigga's cold.
Right.
And I feel like that's it. That's
Yep.
the system at work. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep.
So you mentioned that you had a session with your son, which is extremely dope.
Yeah.
What is it? What is your experience like having a teen around who's interested in this culture?
Yo, man, first of all, he said he was going to do it too, and he kind of wrapped circles around me today. Like,
Word?
real, he was like, you about to get out-rapped here, man.
That's bold.
Yeah. He straight said it, and, I mean, I knew he meant it, but I didn't know it was going to really go like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it would be one thing if he was into it, just like, but he's a fucking monster. Like he's he's a real serious. He's serious with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
he's got an it factor too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we did a joint together. He did a joint, and then I had him do hooks on 2 pre-existing joints that I've been working on.
Yeah.
And he banged everything out. There was a 4-hour session. We got all that done. 2 joints recorded and basically mixed. And so it's like, whoa, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it ain't really no words to tell you what that feels like, you know?
Yeah.
And it wouldn't even matter if he hated rap music or what, but the fact that your son comes along and does the same shit and
Right.
really carries it forward.
Yeah.
That's like, whoa, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
like some real other shit.
It's
you know
beautiful.
what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, I'm experiencing something similar because, you know, even with the product that I help promote, Serato Studio, we have every now and again when we have like a new thing rolling out, we do like beta testing.
Right.
And we had my son come through and do beta testing like maybe 2 years ago. And at the time, the guys from Serato in New Zealand came over and they're like, "Oh, that's cool. Your son, is he really into making beats?" I'm like, "No, not really. He's just kind of like, he can, but it's not like it matters to him really.
Yeah.
But it'd be good to get his input because you know he's in touch with all the youth and he knows the contemporary sounds and all that. So it was like cool. So I brought him through and he's like, "Yeah, this is cool. I could get into this." And then fast forward 2 years later. This it's the same situation where I haven't made a beat in since the quarantine really, and he's like making 6 beats a day like effortlessly, just like it's amazing to watch.
Yeah.
It's
beautiful too because it's like what I already knew, but really what I got to see today is like nothing can really replace the vibe and the frequency of being part of a generation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing like the same way we gonna always connect on certain shit because of how we grew up and when we grew up. It's there's no replacing that.
That's
you know what I'm saying? And like the fact that, like even approaching the software, like they already naturally inclined for that. So like just interacting and interfacing with the world through that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All that is easy for them. All that is natural and second nature.
It's autopilot,
Exactly. So yeah, it was a trip today, man. It was like a real like, okay. Because like I used to record them like at 10 and 11.
Right.
But this was like, okay, he did the track. I'm like, we gonna do a joint, you know what I mean? And the night before we was writing together and
Right. That's
like,
a trip.
Yeah. I'm like,
how do we get here?
Yeah, exactly. So it was very, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. No
That's
doubt.
dope, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Congratulations on
Yeah,
that. That's
what's
amazing.
up.
So talking about generational gaps and so forth. What are your thoughts about the current generation's like newfound wokeness?
Oh wow, yeah. When you've been doing it, you've been on it. When the shit pop, you ain't really gotta say nothing. I mean, like I've been talking to Ozzy, we like it ain't nothing for us to say that it's like this the shit we've been prophesizing about.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just kind of like tripping off of looking at like the hot rappers now getting on some like the Nick Cannon video and the baby video and I'm like, that's cool. I mean, I guess not only because of where I'm at like in relation to just that being a natural aspect of my character.
Sure.
But I guess also because of the age I'm at, it's like, y'all the kids. Y'all should be out there.
Right.
And it's like, it's really not lost on me that it's all momentum. You know what I'm saying? We had civil rights movement momentum. We had Black Panthers momentum. And had the us. They got our momentum. And that's kind of how I see it,
Right.
And what's even funny is like, I don't even tend to cross paths with it. Like one Sunday I was going to go to Philly.
Yeah.
And somebody canceled an appointment on me, and then Philly blew up. And I was like, oh, I guess I ain't supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, that's not where my contribution is right now. You know what I mean? I feel like I put a lot of energy out into the universe on that note. And I'm just kind of enjoying, like I said, like I'm just kind of watching to see how's this shit really going to play out.
Right,
same. So
yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at with it. I'm enjoying it though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I have I'm slightly conflicted. Just on one hand, I'm like, that's what's up, and I'm glad to see it. But then on the other hand, I'm like, well, welcome, niggas.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
The shit we've been talking about for decades at this point, and niggas was just trying to party.
Exactly.
I'm like, well, welcome.
Exactly.
So, but that's counterproductive. So. Right. So I'm gonna just say welcome and leave it at that.
Yeah, exactly.
So speaking of Philly, what's your favorite Philadelphia slang?
Damn, yo. I like Early. I like Drawn.
Yeah.
You know what I really like though?
What's that?
The way niggas in Philly always do this. They be like, Sonny, what's up, Sonny? They always say your name, say what's up, and then say your name again. That's one of my favorite Philly moves.
It's so specifically Philly.
Yeah. I never heard that happen anywhere else. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I really like that.
Yeah.
That might be the top 3 without really racking my brain. You know what I mean?
Right. I like Drawn as well.
Yeah.
We used to say that all the time.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite Philadelphia-based thing to say is chop. Like, you got me chopped.
I don't even know that.
Really?
What the hell is
Yeah,
that?
maybe that's a generational one, but yeah, like basically when you said they got me chopped or you got me chopped, it's like you got me fucked up, basically.
Okay,
And that's probably a Philly one too. These niggas got me fucked up in here. So
yeah. And even and I'm pretty much of the opinion. I think that's what's up started in Philly too.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. And that has gone global.
Yeah.
Even you hear a lot of people trying to say the bull.
Yeah, the bull.
Yeah,
too.
it's like you can't really say it if you're not really from Philly. You just don't have the right. But I
just
be hearing
sounds
a lot
weird.
of people trying to.
Yeah.
The boy.
I heard Kendrick say it. I think since Wayne used to say it via Gilly.
Yeah.
I think that's what turned a lot of people on to that phrase.
The bull.
And they say John a lot too.
Yeah.
In different places.
Yeah,
now. I'm
yeah.
like,
I've been
okay.
hearing that too. Trying to circulate a little bit.
Yeah.
But here's one that got away from us that somebody reminded me of a couple years ago. Chumpy.
Oh yeah. Chumpy. Yeah.
I had forgot about that, and then this one of my homegirls was like, "Yeah, my dad say that all the time. Them chumpies."
That's crazy. I haven't heard anybody use that as a noun.
Yeah.
Since the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chumpy.
Back when they used to say Jimmy John. Like, that's the Jimmy John.
Chumpies. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
If you were to eat a cheesesteak, and I don't know if you eat meat, but if you were to eat a cheesesteak, the perfect cheesesteak, where would you go right now?
I'll go to Tony Luke's on Oregon Avenue.
Okay. Tony Luke's, that's a good one.
Yeah. What about you? And that's just the last time I had one. I haven't eaten one in probably a couple years, but
Tony Luke, I would say probably, I don't know. At this point, it would probably be between Ish and Falone's in Southwest, probably.
Okay, I don't know Falone.
Falone's is a good one.
Oh, where is that at?
It's on Elmwood Avenue. Not too far from the airport.
I'm wondering if that's the joint I know, because I one of my good friends used to live out Southwest.
Yeah,
I can't really picture it now where it was at. But,
it's like right around the corner from Elmwood Skating Rink.
Okay.
Falone's, I mean, their steaks are bomb, but I think more than anything, it's the environment that's just nostalgic. Like, you got them, them hard ass pizza shop seats,
right?
and the 40s everywhere. I'm like, yeah, this is it's a true Philly joint.
Right.
So we talked earlier about just the value of having certain names attached to your stuff.
Right.
This is kind of a cliche question, but what are some of the producers that you'd like to work with that you haven't? Either legendary or current?
That's an interesting question. I mean, I kind of still would like to do a joint with Premier just because. Pharrell.
That's a good one.
Who else?
What about anybody that would surprise us, like somebody that's got a sound that we wouldn't associate with you?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think some of the people that I like now, I probably don't even know their names. Like, I just like their music.
Right,
like,
right.
I don't know. Music, especially rap music, is so crazy right now because it's so produced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even the gutter shit, a lot of times, is like, I just listened to the Jay Electronica Jay-Z joint, and it's like, it's raw, but it's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this wouldn't surprise anybody, but Just Blaze for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Who would surprise people? You know, I'm into a lot of like I've tried a lot of different things over the. I mean,
Yeah.
shit like Daft Punk or
Right.
shit like that. You know.
Yeah, I could hear you messing with that.
You know what I mean? Like something like that, or
I think somebody who would be dope. That's not a different sound necessarily, but somebody that's newer would be Monty Booker. He's dope.
okay. So I don't even know what that
Yeah,
is.
Esta. These are like selection guys.
Okay.
Yeah, those two guys would be dope.
Uh-huh.
Abjo would be dope. Sango. Like all these dudes, they make like future beats, but
Yeah.
like in a funky
Yeah.
kind of way. Troy Boy is another one.
Okay.
I can hip you.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
See, I gotta do research, man, because
Yeah.
like even now, like what I'll do, like sometimes I'll just be like, okay, it's whatever, it's ASAP Ferg Day. Let me just
Right.
go. I just got to do that just
Yeah.
to stay in touch. You know,
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
it's Kendrick Day or it's Travis Scott Day or
Yeah.
it's because it's easy to be like, oh my God, I done heard this single 4,000 times, like, and I don't fuck with dude, but
Right.
it's like, nah. So sometimes I train myself, especially
Yeah.
when I got a lot of time on the road. I just be like, look, man,
right.
I'll just load my queue up. Like, okay, we're gonna listen to 6 albums,
Yeah,
names we know but
Right.
never. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do that, and I be like, okay,
Yeah.
and I hear stuff, you know what I mean?
Right.
But who made it? Who did? I don't know.
right, right,
If
right.
they don't got a tag in it. Mike Willman. If
Yeah,
they
yeah,
don't
yeah,
do that,
yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly,
So,
yeah.
Seriously, because you can't get to the credits as easily now.
That's
you
true.
Know? It's
That's
like
very
you
true.
You gotta watch your thing. It's
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
lot of logistic stuff that make all of that more work than it used to
That's
be.
real talk.
You know what I mean?
I think about. I feel like you might have been one of the influential people to kind of shake up my hip hop militance.
Right. Yeah, I remember we had that. Yeah.
So, we were in Europe, and I remember we did a gig in Norway, and it was a bottle service club. Tony Touch was playing after.
You got memories of shit that
Yeah.
I do not remember
I
happening.
remember
every time you talk about that, I'll be like, "What? What? That? What? Where was I at?"
I have a fond memory of it because it's one of the few times I felt like I bombed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
why I remember this particular instance. But we were doing a bottle service club, and I didn't really have any real knowledge of bottle service or any of that. To
right.
me, it was just like we do dive bars, and now we're in Europe,
Right.
and we're doing some other shit.
Right.
But in terms of playing for like the working class crowd that just wants to turn up,
Yeah.
it was all new territory
Yeah,
for me.
yeah.
So we were doing a gig. Tony Touch was the headliner, but because we were on that festival, the whatever it was called, they booked us as an opener.
Mm-hmm.
And this is before Serato, so I'm there just with your records and maybe a stack of like 5 or 6 other
Right.
non-Grand Agent related records.
Right. Mhm.
And I'm playing, the raucous bangers, the Stones throw bangers, and
Right.
they're looking at me like,
Yeah.
bruh.
Yeah.
And Tony Touch comes in, and immediately it's Power 99.
Yeah.
the top 10
Yeah.
at 10, top
Yeah.
40 rap joints. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I left in such a bad mood,
Yeah.
ran into Common and Dummy, headed to that party.
Right.
And they're like, yo, what's up, bro? You good? And I'm like, nah, man, I feel like I didn't perform well.
Uh-huh.
I feel like the crowd wasn't getting us.
Yeah.
And now Tony Touch is on playing a whole bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
And they're like what? And I'm like, fucking Jay-Z, Neptunes. Common goes, oh, all my favorite records. Peace. And literally took off to get to this party. And I remember I was like, man, this shit is so strange to me because in my mind, the ideal world of underground rap, everyone only listens to underground rap.
Right.
And live it and breathe it, and
Right.
that's it. And I remember you being like, you know what, y'all niggas are like some hip hop soldiers. Yeah. Oh man, I just remember taking that criticism like a very hard punch to the gut.
Yeah.
And then realizing that you're right.
Yeah. That's funny.
And it's changed a lot,
That's funny.
That and a couple other experiences changed my perspective a lot. Because at the end of the day, we're in the music business, and as a DJ, we're in the business of service.
Right.
So if you're not relating to your crowd, then what
Right.
are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
So
and
I don't
the
know.
other thing too, I mean, like thinking of Common in that scenario, it's like when you put some shit, like when you, I don't know what it's like now starting, but
Yeah.
at that time to get a deal and to get on and get out there,
Man.
so hard. And it's like what I experienced with By Design. You, like they say, you grow where you plant it, right? So, like, I really think about a lot of these old school R&B showbiz niggas. Like, they was real ghetto, ratchet niggas. But when they got on stage, they just went to work.
Yeah.
You would be like, you would never think they was the motherfuckers they was, you know?
Yeah.
Because it don't matter. It's like you grow where you plant it. So I'm like, and that's what I'm starting to appreciate about By Design now. It's like, because I thought it, I was like, man, these corny underground motherfuckers, they don't even know, you know what I mean? Like, they try to tell me how to make rap records. I'm like, nigga,
right.
But it's like, whatever. That's where I got planted. So
yeah,
I got to work with that, and I've been slowly opening people's mind to the expectation that I might do any fucking thing at any time because that's how I want to have my shit be working.
Yeah.
But I got to respect that I got a shot. Motherfuckers got me started, and that came from a certain amount of people being like, yo, I fuck with this guy I never heard of before today. You know what I mean? And that's so as an artist, it's funny, but a lot of times, man, you know, the motherfucker you meet is not the motherfucker from the record.
That
you know what I'm saying? And that goes both ways, for better or for far worse. For far. You be like, how the fuck did you make such intelligent art? You motherfucker.
Yes.
You noodle.
I'm
you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, sometimes I'll be like, what?
Wow. Right. Didn't expect that.
Yeah, nothing going on upstairs, but the shit be brilliant.
Yeah.
You'd be like, damn, like,
how? Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to the most once all this quarantine business is?
I definitely want to go do some shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, more than anything. I mean, that's probably one of the only things we can't do. You know what I mean? And I'm just wondering, like, damn, like, even thinking about the whole club scene, like, from your perspective, like, damn, what the fuck is going to happen?
I
You
know
know what I mean? Because that's a whole department of society. You know, it's a whole big thing. So, you know, I'm looking forward to travel more freely for sure.
Same.
Like, you know, I had a trip to Europe that just got shut down.
Yeah.
And you know, it's I'm very again content because our whole game plan was like, look, we're going to use this year, generate some buzz, and be able to do something in 2021. So if shit opens up anytime in the next 6 to 7 to 8, 9 months, like it won't really have affected anything that ultimately I thought we would be able to do. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So it's good, man. It's good.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, me personally, I'm just looking forward to being able to just do whatever.
Yeah.
You know, go to the movies,
Yeah.
like you said, or, you know, amusement park with my kids, you know.
Yeah.
Just like regular stuff that we took for granted forever.
Right.
And obviously be able to travel and do our gigs. Like, you know, we're supposed to be doing Playlist Retreat, and that's not going to happen. So just even stuff like that. Just, you know, you don't really anticipate it getting that much affected when this shit first started. You know?
Yeah, of course.
And on top of that, just countless gigs that just fell through. Like, one by one, I was like, well, can't rely on that money.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, so I'd like to be able to recover some of that at some point.
Right.
Is there anything else you wanna mention in terms of?
Not really. Just you know, the By Design 20th anniversary campaign is underway. I mean, it's generally set up to. We started in May, I believe, with the goal to release like an interview a week, and the interviews are just me talking about either little vignettes from how By Design came together or just different features throughout that 20-year period.
Sure.
And then every month at the first of the month, we drop a video. You know, shout out to Soul Spaz, and we got a good Vivo rollout, you know what I mean?
Dope,
New music playlist and all that. So that'll be dropping tomorrow.
Big up, Jim.
Yep. And you know, just keep an eye out for that. And By Design 2 is in production. And yeah, man, I'm just at a point where I can really enjoy the creative process again. Like after a while of being so business minded about it, it get a little stuffy.
Right.
So I'm really happy to be like just having fun with it again. You know what I mean? Not really tripping off of performance or having huge expectations about what should happen. I mean, I always have huge expectations, but I'm not tripping about them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so, I'm happy about that. And as you know, like we got One Last Shot back up and running, which is like a huge thing. So we got picked up by 360Y's.
And what is One Last Shot for people who
So
aren't familiar?
One Last Shot is basically a unscripted series for following people like myself, not just musicians, but entrepreneurs, artists, people who have put like years and years of work in, are super duper seasoned, and just for whatever reason haven't really had a major breakthrough.
Yeah.
And they're like weighing the cost of investing the time and the energy and the money and the life force into a real big like run for the championship, so to speak.
Got it.
Versus having everything we got now, kids, mortgages, car notes, and the dependence on the steady paycheck and all that. So the One Last Shot is like, how big of an idea can you come up with that's gonna, like, even if I don't hit this mark, I will have done so much on the way that I gotta be somewhere near a household name by the time this is over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the whole theme of the show. And so I should be just the first season.
Yeah.
And it should continue. Like I said, it don't have to be musicians. It could be a fashion designer. It could be a professional athlete or a professional athlete aspiration. Because, it's similar. Like I played in Europe, you could say, right? Like some ball players playing in Czech Republic or wherever, and then they eventually get to the NBA. So it's kind of like that. And but people not really trained to, especially in America, not really trained to be thrilled about the process.
Right.
It's supposed to be like a switch. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of the bullshit we get caught up in is because we don't really advertise the struggle. We advertise the cake, not the ingredients, not the whipping it, not the, and
well said.
I think we get a false sense of reality in America like that. You know what I mean? And so that's what One Last Shot is. And it's a show created by myself and my man Phil Brown. And shout out to 360Y's TV. Everybody should check this out. Black-owned online television network, 360ystv.com. A lot of good programming, and One Last Shot is slated for this fall debut.
Dope. Make sure y'all check it out, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, thank you, man. Appreciate you sitting
bro.
down with me.
No doubt. Sonny J.
You're one of the realest of real ones.
Like I always tell you, I'm proud of you.
Thank you,
happy
bro.
for you, and I love you.
Thank you, man. I love you back, man.
I get a thrill out of watching. I mean, you've done way more shit than I've done. You know what I mean? I just be like, damn. So I really get a kick out of it, man.
Thank you,
and
man.
I'm proud to see you out here in L.A. And
Word.
We talked about how real that grind is.
Oh,
if you don't know, don't come out here and try to get on my man's couch without a real plan.
Yeah,
you know
real
what I'm saying?
Because
it's real business out here. So yeah, no doubt. Thanks
for
having
sure,
me.
man. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. Like I work with a lot of artists, and over the years, I always appreciate that our relationship never changes.
No doubt.
Shit is always the same.
Yeah,
and,
I appreciate it too.
and I'm
I
honored.
know you was at Stevie Wonder house, so you could definitely be acting different on me.
Oh yeah, and I might after this. Now that you reminded me.
That's what's up.
But yeah, thank you, man. Make sure you go and stream the homie Grand Agent's catalog. By Design is still one of my favorite albums, and the rest of his catalog is beautiful as well. So make sure you check out the homie Grand Agent. Look out for that By Design 2 record that is coming.
Yep.
I know it's going to have a ton of heat on it.
Yep.
Especially because I'm on it. So,
That's right.
Can't speak for nothing else,
That's
but, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate y'all, man. All y'all support. Big shout out to the whole Illvibe collective, Team Illvibe, Team Serato. And that's that.
Peace.
Yeah.
Mr. Sonny James.
Grand Agent, the most amazing. What you want? Like this, sign up. I took it there. I took it there. I took it there. I took it there. Look ahead. You wanna see the Quaido technique, son? You wanna see me in the beat, shoot the fair one? You wanna see the whole dance all jump around? Well, say grand right now. Grand right now. Yo, I possess fresh viewpoints of things. I would lace you, but you revel in malevolent things. That's the side effect of shipwreck. Truth does sink. Truth does sink.
I know that's real.
The shot
Insight, no doubt.
Close, I'm like a layup post, though I could J up most. I like the contact. When we were kings, we would sing without a contract. Now we all just a bunch of Linda Vine stats. When men pass microphones to men, it's like the saints go marching in. That's the cipher I be in. I heard Biavians was headed for the earth. Down the revelations, yo, whichever come first, I'ma do it now. So how you like me now? Hate me now. My art is the Ark of the Covenant. Take me down, even a notch in. Watch the stereo rebuke. Well, how you listening to acapella flutes done?
Take it there.
I took it there.
Right now. Take it there.
I took it there.
Right now. Take it there.
I took it there.
Right now. Take it there.
I took it there. Look ahead. You wanna see the Quaido technique, son? You wanna see me in the beat, shoot the fair one? You wanna see the whole dance all jump around? Well, say grand right now.
Grand right now.
You wanna see the Quaido technique, son? You wanna see me in the beat, shoot the fair one? You wanna see the whole dance all jump around? Well, say grand right now.
Grand right now.
It's only right that you believe in what you can afford to. Throw your life force at the stakes like horseshoes. You feel Christian once you get it out your system. Life without passion turn volunteer to victim. Bug, right? When I think in terms of off the hook, I think strictly confrontational. Meet me at the rhyme book, and we can shoot a fair one for the ages. I break the mind states equivalent of rib cages, and the fashion would suggest that there's simply nothing better to do than sit around disrespecting your crew. At the same time, it's something that be wonderful and terrible. Between dance steps and tears, life is most bearable.
But many only want to see a show.
Well, enough styly, I got you know, some to spit, some to throw. It said some like a hopper mic handlers can't even understand what Grand did to the parameters. This is a family affair, now leave it there, neighbor. I'm Grand Agent, forces of nature owe me favors. My contacts can't be tapped. No phones, no homes, no physical forms, they can't be cloned. I think you're sparking up the wrong marijuana bud. Just be some dust-minded to make you draw blood and cast the first stone, even with your sins and all. How many dynasties you think really meant to fall?
Yo, I appreciate y'all hanging out, man.
We could do that.
Big respect to my guy, Grand Agent.
True that, true that.
Once again, we're celebrating 20 years of By Design tonight.
Take it there.
I took it there.
Right now.
It's one of Philly's unsung legends, no doubt.
Right now. Take it there.
I took it there.
Right now.
Hopefully 2021 is the year we gonna do it, baby.
You wanna see the Quaido technique, son?
Yeah.
You wanna see me in the beat, shoot the fair one?
Yeah.
You wanna see the whole dance hall jump around? We'll say grand right now.
Grand right now.
You wanna see the Quaido technique, son? You wanna see me in the beat, shoot the fair one? You wanna see the whole dance hall jump around? We'll say grand right now.
Grand right now.
Sonny James.
Once again, big love to my guy Hezekiah. Oh no, on the track.
Time to break out, build it up.
Once again, it's Sonny's Playhouse Special Edition. We're gonna repost Insight. Let's go.
Everybody gone, be what they gone. Be based upon what is seen, what is shown.
That's right, big love to Chops.
Seen it all, you should read along.
Mountain Brothers.
Lo and behold, it's another story told, and everybody gone. Be what they gone. Be based upon what is seen, what is saw. So even if you've seen it all, let's see some more. Whoever trying to be where you ain't never been before, and you out here striving for understanding, or you in a situation that's just too demanding, throw them hands up and deduce the answers. The truth is you can't keep the truth in handcuffs. Come on. Get me, and I tell them ain't no way in hell I'm going to lie. I keep executive love on my side for real.
We here, so beware.
Once again, we're giving Grand Agent his flowers tonight. Woo!
Mr. James.
Big up DJ Rome's on the cut.
Oh shit, what you say, fam? Oh, I ain't hear you, son. You need a new asshole. Well, I can tell you one. That's what I'm here for. That's what they pay me for. You must have thought, I must have thought it's still 84. The way I hit you with that traditional rap. Still waiting for the pistol to clap your hands to what he's doing. That's so knuckle knucker. Certified beat human. Come on, clap your hands to what he's doing. Clap your hands to what we's doing. Clap your hands to what she's doing. He's doing. He's doing. Clap your hands, yeah. Clap your hands to what we's doing. Clap your hands. Take you through these rules. Clap your hands. You don't wanna fuck with these humans. Yeah, I mean, cause we're trying to get this cheddar. We trying to get this feather. We trying to blow. We trying to take it to the next level. What you say, fam? Can't hear you, son. You need a new asshole. Well, I'ma tell you one. That's what I'm here for. That's what they pay me for. You probably thought I must have thought it's still 84. Come off that. That's lame right there. Come on, I'll add perfection. Breaking fast with Cerveza over 60, more swiftly than the rapping ass space shuttle. God body never suffer under M for the Samuels. Living by the force pages out the manuals. And now they stating exactly this. Yo, he's as nasty as a bitch, and he will rise up in the aftermath and disappear quickly after this. So if you think you might spot it, something's on with some rapper bitch. Bar be your square. Tell him you seen skills Philly rapping with range to Lily White Millie Jackson. And as far as you know, well, they was only there at that particular time to get dope. Clap your hands to what he's doing.
Clap your hands
to what we's doing. Clap your hands to what she's doing. He's doing. He's doing. Clap your hands, yeah. Clap your hands to what we's doing. Clap your hands. Take you through these rules. Clap your hands. You don't wanna fuck with these humans. That's so fair. I mean, cause
It's the single that started it all for us. Mingling with Mayhem, DJ Revolution on the cut, Cutmaster Kurt on the track.
Mingling with Mayhem, Slim. Just like Farrakhan say, a new thing is happening today. It's sweet to blaspheme beats when you ain't got the pay.
But you know what? This is Sonny's Playhouse, so we're gonna do it a little different.
Mingling with Illvibe, Slim. Vibes like Farrakhan say, a new thing is happening today. It's sweet to blaspheme beats when you ain't got to pay. But the ancient stress patience, the agent knowledge ancients. If I take my time, what can I can't spit? Don't exist the moment, bless myself an eye kiss. You know it's bona fide, certified
hotness.
From the mother freaking Major Deegan to the 5
Panicology, you know how we do it.
Like a Kahlua, laced to homogenize, the base I philosophize, grace to demonic guys in space. I'm out of dodge, my interest in
that's a sneaky Philip Lee move.
The hip championship, I'm thugging force to take the flyest rook.
P-Tone was good.
Freak, page 43.
Miss you, man.
Beauty of the speak now. I don't really know, but some city said the brand came through, left this kid Mike for dead.
Listen up.
You're mingling with Illvibe, Slim. What up, Star? Word to Kenneth, we ain't in it the same. You better off spectate and speculate in the aim. Rest assured, I got the fresh, mature listeners locked on some extra next texturized imagery stock inspired by only the desire to be the mega interworld poster man child for MC. You're mingling with Illvibe, Slim. 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 Yo, if this ain't ill, dub don't commence with the drum fill. And it don't take a late night to make its height. Willie bigger than the Billy Squire beat, but comprehends none of what I speak. I'm see-through, cause I'm pretend now. I don't really know, but some city said the grand came through, left this kid Mike for dead. From the front page of Final Call, genocide bellow. They ain't understand this kid Mike was made of metal. I jetted though, running for good credit of course, cause rap shit all my life since James Brown was the source. And girls act stupidly when I be spilling them texts like they chest was silicone and I was filling them. but they numb, dumb in the skull as I be cold getting. You mingling with Illvibe, Slim, soul split. Pick up the pieces like the bread to be the Jesus with the Welch's, that's the blood. I know you felt like half a thug when I came in the door. Spit something raw and broke fast like we on a 20-city tour. Yo, salam alaikum on behalf of the moon faking. Who's baking? Biblically it's mine for the taking. Technically the recipe is unwritten, cause all these gunsmithing rappers just be fueling the error, you know. You mingling with Illvibe, Slim. 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 I got what? Saying no names, I got what? They be staking they claim, I got what? But I ain't ashamed, I got what? I fuck them the same, I got what?
Once again, big love to my guy, Grand Agent. Appreciate you, bro.
I got what? But I ain't ashamed.
Once again, it's Sonny's Playhouse.
I fuck them
Yeah.
the same.
This is my shit, Low-King.
It's yeah. When I be fucking with my Caucasoid bitch, word up, she pull her handcuffs out, then I lock the herb up. Yeah, but when I fuck my African American babe, she want a breakfast in bed. I make the white one the maid. Now I thrust with the force, of course, in either case. But the black one, she always wanna be in my face. So it's easy to mistake the white one for hoe. In the professional way, she execute the head blow. And now I'm a b-boy who enjoy his freedom. But there's nothing worse than having no bitches when you need them. That's why I keep a pair nearby for my provisions. My wish is their command, my command is their religion. You think it's fucked up, then it'll stay fucked up and stay away if you feel you too good to suck nuts. I couldn't care less what you think of me. I got 2 bitches and them can't wait to get a drink of me. What?
Mr. Sonny James.
I got what? They mistaken they claim I got what? But I ain't ashamed, I got what?
Big shout out to my guy Ozzy
I got what?
with the gold chain.
Names I got what? They be staking
I love how they flipped it. Now the dudes are the bitches. Let's go.
I fuck them the same. Met the nigga bitch cruising in the white bitch car. Told to get your pussy to me, you be a big star. And I tried to be a man of my words. So what I did is told the white bitch to work a double shift. I need the crib. Invited 40 niggas to the spot, no doubt. And broadcast the VHS of me busting it out. Niggas all on the dick for like a good 2 weeks. Trying to know how a broke nigga keep 2 freaks. I met the white bitch at this open mic cafe. When I was done spilling my spill, she walked my way. Said the poetry was like Spanish flying a drink. I could tell before dawn that I would be in the pink, so it was just formality. We chit chat for a while. On the way to arrest, I stop off for lifestyle. Shorty bent totally, so I pushed the act gun in it. She passed out. That's when I met the black one. And I got what? Saying no names, I got what? They be staking they claim, I got what? But I ain't ashamed, I got what? I fuck them the same, I got what? Saying no names, I got what? They be staking they claim, I got what? But I ain't ashamed, I got what? And listen up, one paid and one dead broke. One scared of the dick, the other lived for the deep throat. One dropped out and one went to college, but they both want to be the only one. Due to knowledge, no bitch can be everything to a king. The bitch who recognize that she get promoted to queen. Otherwise, them keep wondering why. To them, my dick is lightning and thunder. It rain when they cry, mad tears of joy and pain for the b-boy Christ who fell to temptation when I brought the bliss to they like. Yeah, they hate to see me go, even though I came to come. It's not about the sex or the pain that I brought. We be building relations in between the F's, exchanging our philosophies, getting further in depth. But God forbid, deeper than my dick go. Just enough to keep them happy like a f***ing in Frisco. I got 2 bitches. I got.
Turn it up. Crazy. I mean, Grand Agent Pete Rock, yeah, 2002. So this is what they meant by soul. So this is what they meant by funky. So this is what they meant by cold. Crush, they was talking
Grand Agent P Rock, let's go.
So this is what they meant by soul. So this is what they meant by funky. So this is what they meant by cold. Crush, they was talking about
in a class by myself. Rap produce a trendsetter.
trendsetter. Hazardous like stormy weather. I stay playing the field. Like whatever, drive a bourbon. Black plushed out in leather. From the golden age of rapping dons. Held it down for 12 strong. Some of y'all scared to get it on. Enlighten y'all, cipher the God. Style hefty like a train on the track you lack. So unfold and listen to the sounds of soul. Catch a flick at the movies, danceable as I cruise. Y'all niggas just paying your dues. Respect those who've never been in one's shoes. And stay focused. Swarm on these cats like locusts. Troned out when I wrote this, your songs sound bogus. So realize what you facing. Pete Rock and Grand Agent sounds amazing.
So this is what they meant by soul. So this is what they meant by funky. So this is what they meant by cold.
Yeah.
Crush niggas talking about us.
Big up all the new followers. What up, y'all?
So this is what they meant by soul. So this is what they meant by funky.
We just celebrating my man Grand Agent tonight.
This is what they meant
20 years of by design. Let's go.
Talking about us.
This ain't your usual Grand Agent. We stepped up the game and Pete Rock theorized the bang. Cold right, don't front. New artist gets no Easter. You couldn't run it better. You caught a dope preacher. Now we here like somebody had to pay me to care. Between dance steps and tears, should've stayed there. I'm through talking to y'all, that ain't GA thing. Video will show my mind restless in the bank. That's why they can't do me. They done f***ed up now. I sucked up every elbow the game threw me. The media be cold styling like I'm too new to be him. Say everything but the album type. The most stunning careers made it ease on my lifeline. If I put a gun in the air and squeeze, then I'ma snipe mine. Christ mind, click it for me. But let it bypass my allies and prison stories. All my label execs say hallelujah. Give thanks for GA. He was called to bring fire to you. Finance the push. Should've brought me some love in the home. Now it's tear down. Get Courtney Love on the phone. And let's have it like mulatto baby. Father divine the rhyme, call me all kinds of crazy. But when the verdict come out, bet you see me running with the legend like Black Caesar. No doubt, it's hell up and started, and I ain't blinging. But I got Sam Cooke up in my rhyme book, and he ain't singing.
I love this record.
So this is what they meant by soul. So this is what they meant by funky. So this is what they meant by cold. Crush niggas.
Once again, watch One Last Shot.
So this is what they meant by soul.
Big up to Illvibe Collective, man. My guy Philip Lee tomorrow night. Big tunes. Make sure y'all tune in. Same place, same channel.
The time is now to milk this game like a cow. On them whack cats who don't know how. Lay it down like a king, no doubt, by any means. Keep my eye
Caliph
on
now, that's right.
Never rap for beans.
Big tune.
DJ, bump this joint on the freeway, or when you riding, listening to rap cliches. And yo, I quote this number one. Your style numb, strap your vest on tight before you come.
This is what they meant by soul. This is what they meant by funky. This is what they meant by cold. Crush niggas talking about us. So this is what they meant by soul. So this is what they meant by phone.
Big love to Peter Phillips, aka Pete Rock.
They meant by cold. Crush niggas talking about us.
You know, Grand Agent has worked with so many bucket list producers, and a lot of them super producers. And one of his collabs that he did with one of my good friends, who's also a super producer, is also one of my favorite collabs. So big shout to my guy King Britt, also from Philadelphia, now living in California. And this joint was on his Beat Generation record. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah? Check it out. Yo, I'm at the age where the corny jokes is alright too. But surely y'all brothers just talking at y'all cool. It's like anime's mug. I'm like Ike saying, and all of that's passe, like blaming the white man. Cause you could catch charges like syndrome. Being the system for a whole nickel for your case getting on. You wish the streets was that sweet. My body snatchers see it in you and they bringing out the athlete. Popo got the light show to turn the corner in the UNLV. Rebels be running like gazelles. Free falling like Tom Petty. It's turn back or learn to rap to live out. Janon's ready, but I gives a gat to test gangster. Here's why, however hard you might thug, cause you ready to die. You don't want them body shots from the hands of time. Cause I could take your whiz and teach your kids my rhymes.
Big up Raiders, big up Raiders. Woo. Welcome to Sonny's Playhouse.
Stay free.
DJ K Meta, what up?
Looking like they was having fun in the dryer. So you murked out to search out a similar cipher where the A-likes fall into each other a lot and got never heard from again. You that other sock thinking like most cats who found a little meow. You got to speak upon it. Just Malik B out. Later note for them feelings catches. Cousin, you know that
rest in peace, Malik B.
Behind you and squat when you swinging at a dream like swing. Just step to your business and handle your thing. And the thing that's easiest to do, I'll be the one that you supposed to. It's like Yoda told Luke.
Only thing in the jungle is what you take with you. And you gonna be the tiredest man awake if you don't stop trying to bear that old ridiculous cross. Use a small time Messiah, man, them sins ain't yours.
Big up Lady Alma. All the 215 people, what up?
Or maybe I'm just a progress freak who keep problems afraid to come up. Knowing inside of a week I have them mixed down, mastered and banging. It's when I get to slanging them bad boys like Bad Boy Entertainment. Not so much for keeping up with the Joneses, but I think a lot, and now I like to have you in comas. Only hustling can bring me out of many more. Just let me catch a Gilligan break, a 3-hour tour that got real enough to launch a career and stack. I've been guerrilla-rising things since the world premiere Air Max. You're right, Rome wasn't built in a day, but smart work can never kill GA. Now that's the new cliche for y'all to know why you pace the body. I'm same disc jockey, different party, fraud seeking high regard. It's where we cease to see lens to lens. I'm enemies with the world, they still trying to be friends.
Once again, big up anybody who ever had that King Brit Beat Generation album on BBE. A lot of cool people on there. Grand Agent Bahamadia, Quasimodo, De La Soul, Jazzy Jeff. It's solidified. And I did the promo mix for that for BBE. So chances are, if you're on the promo list for BBE, you got my mix. Came out with the DJ Spinner joint. Big up. Once again, it's Sonny's Playhouse. You're listening to
Mr. Sonny James.
Broadcasting to you live from Los Angeles by way of Philly. By the way, it was great to see y'all, Philly, last week. It was last week, right? I think it was. Either way, we're doing this here for Grand Agent tonight. Once again, the By Design, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but the By Design 20-year anniversary re-release is now available. It's got your boy on it. Bunch of classic joints reworked. Let's go.
Rappers is crazy. Yeah, he keep it realer than Dr. Phil. Now we Howie Mandel, deal or no deal. The South high, everything on trill. Ride slow with the Paul Wall grill. Shit, I'm from the NL East, we roll like police activity. Beast rap in the shit. I'm from the NL East, we roll like police activity. Shit, I'm from the NL East, we roll like police activity. Beast rap industry, it's still mental out here. Oh yes, you like the SS mental out here. No dress code, civilians got uniforms. In the po-po rock plain clothes, to the storm. I'ma have to strike twice in the same place. You gon' need a little more than your gains. This is years in the make, blood, sweat, tears, that's beers in the making. Okay? And besides the fact that you garbage, you sound like some other artists that probably just started. Rappers is crazy. Rappers is crazy. Rappers is crazy. Yeah, they crazy. 116, now they LL Cool Jay-Z. Rappers is crazy. Yeah, they crazy. One single, now they LL Cool Jay-Z. Rappers is crazy. Yeah, they crazy. One video, now they LL Cool Jay-Z. Rappers is crazy. Yeah, they crazy. Drop the album, now they LL Cool Jay-Z. All of a sudden out the blue, I'm like, dog, I never heard of you, I will murder y'all. Splash in the pan, ask for cash. You on the wrong set, this is not flash dance. You don't got screen gems, got mean hymns. Better dance like you got 3 Tims. Swayze was swaying once upon a time. Swayze was talking about he wanna rhyme. I must have missed something. Brothers are sounding all inbred, spitting and cussing. They don't even get 15 minutes. The spins is bought, the shine is rented. And besides the fact that they garbage, they sound like some other artists, probably just started. Besides the fact that you garbage, you sound like that other artist. What is you, retarded? Rappers is crazy, yeah, they crazy. 116, now they LL Cool Jay-Z. Rappers is crazy, yeah, they crazy. One single, now they LL Cool Jay-Z. Rappers is crazy, yeah, they crazy. One video, now they LL Cool Jay-Z. Rappers is crazy, yeah, they crazy. Drop the album, now they LL Cool Jay-Z. G. You not real and I'm really the reason Philly is Wi-Fi. We gon' be pugging like a line 9. Cause if you talking
Bobby Flowers was good.
I'ma hit you with a hate crime, Stone Phillips dateline. Yes, I did it, I killed that rapper. He deserved it, he had the whole shit looking nervous. Cause yo, this thing of ours, we let the nigga sour. Was meant to bring us power, did it give us hours? I think it's safe to say nah. This shit is dead for real, it's safe to play Nas. Rappers is crazy, for real. Hey, yo. Revenge of the dinosaur. Rock on. Yeah, they crazy.
We're gonna get out of here soon. Big love to Grand Agent. Show Illvibe love mad early. Appreciate you. We hold you down for that. 215 to LA, let's get it.
Straight jacket rap for the lesser. You ain't sick, you just under pressure. I know the feeling, but flows need healing. I brought holistic health in
Architect was good.
Of a rhyme that you felt. Man,
Respect.
Listen, I'm in the pole position, on call physician, balling on the mission to get y'all to listen. That all. Until you do, I'm a pioneer, the proof. Until it's customary that you're trying to hear the truth. The truth meaning, the truth meaning, the truth meaning the most amazing blindside collision to hit rap ever. If you wanna live through this, then build an arc, yo. This is bad weather. Welcome to the grand age. Clear the stage, I'm original and paid. It's man-made, but it's God-like. I be the image of perfection when I rhyme right. Concerning me only with the learning tree. Now you can hang from it or chop it down, but either way it's murder. See it how you can afford to. The brutal truth that I brought through to support, not abort you. Fought you to help you. Before you felt me, I felt you. Aching for a good song on some monk shit, hoods on. Praying for a real rapper to get put on. Well, here I am, and here goes nothing. The neighborhood, and you know more good after mine introduction, man. I don't give a I don't really, and you can quote that from the Pope of North Philly. Only to my nature do I credit successes. I'm one of the few who the buck blesses, and I suggest is you get right with the Lord. Get your mic sync.
Where's Nardos? What's good? Welcome.
Bandwagon all aboard. Was you thinking, huh? Whatever it was, you wasn't eating it and sleeping it, you wasn't deep in it. When jokers see a real rapper, they get real humble. I'm like the Furious 5 rolled into one rumble. For recognition, bless the mission. It's on. Me and the mic is twin height, we did it to the crowd. Without publicity, stunt the first. It's like mad other ways to make the news. I'm not one for small talk, that's a false start. Like the no rap work day offends and irks me. Yo, I never was a regular dude, just the age in it. Grand is my secular mood. Yo, I never was a regular dude, just the age in it. Grand is my secular mood. Yo.
I'm pulling out joints I haven't played in so long.
Yeah. Grand Agent. Hezekiah remix, you know.
Once again, welcome to Sonny's Playhouse. We do this every Monday.
I do foes like poison on keys or hoes who like it rough. Ain't enough till you bleed they nose. Read like I flows, so I don't need no attorney if the other team counsel ain't bouncing on a gurney. Cause yo, not forgetting faces is for elephants and time wasters. I got rhymes to recollect, space is a premium. Yo, my mind is like Tokyo. Lost is a dead thought and high-rise burials is all he catching. I was there, seen all they weapons and all the women. They wasn't hardly pimping, maybe make believing. Barely breaking even, faking even. That's why later that evening when GA was leaving, I had them lab rats, heartfelt respect in my wallet like the cell numbers of some new connects. I said, when y'all sick and tired of being sick and tired, just holler at the worst that happened to these rich liars. Mr. Industry, the jig is up, Mr. Industry, so give it up. You like nigga what? I'm like crack or what? It ain't adding up, back it up before we start acting up. Mr. Industry, the jig is up, Mr. Industry, so give it up. You like nigga what? I'm like crack or what? It ain't adding up, back it up before we we start acting up. When style and flow go, I'm like Edgar Allan Poe, but you can subtract the cocaine habit and add some dough. Producer shopping in Cologne on the mobile phone. It's easier, I find, to say, hey, the globe is home. It's so's daddy so badly in need of a banging ass whooping. I find this trash industry. But when the cat's away, mice get money. Cat come back, it might be right.
Sitting on 20s.
Shit, it's like that sometimes, baby Paul. I got rhymes all about laying law. Listen, I can never play the contract hostage. It's on like TV, you see me, right?
Watch this.
I blast master like KR with bigger threats. I give away the whole album on the internet. It's all promo before I make slave wage. I don't write the grade page for nothing. I ain't frontin'. Mr. Industry, the jig is up. The jig is up, Mr. Industry, so give it up. You like liquor what? I'm like crack or what? It ain't adding up, back it up before we start acting up. Mr. Industry, the jig is up. The jig is up, Mr. Industry, so give it up. You like liquor what? I'm like crack or what? It ain't adding up, back it up before we start acting up. The line at the vibe, shice and smooth. I'm a nice dude, but you got to catch me in the right mood. See, watching Malcolm X, think about the X ain't the time. I'm seeing on the really, rap ain't the grind. But your fight is where it's found, like anything else. From good money to stomping grounds in yourself. Cause if I be
Nardos, that's right.
or warmonger, I'm a grown man now, perpetrate the boy wonder. Now that's a fallacy, and it's about to be a wild ass abortion if your brainchild is extortion. Pull the devil right out you quick fast with the hand of God. It's gloved up inside a sick rap.
Ice cold.
Big cash be on my mind like insignia. You try to crack me and I'ma have to nigga ya. See, that's word to all negotiation. How you paying me with dough that you be making off my own creation?
This is it, y'all, that I live my life. On the mic is my type of hype. Yeah, it's only right.
We're gonna wrap it up after this one.
This is it, y'all.
But once again, I gotta send extra crazy love to my guy, Grand Agent. Hella influential, man. He needs his flowers now. We got Planet Asia 2 from Philly to LA. That's how we go.
To stay trucked up, it's all street. Heavy metal hip hop for every ghetto. But you heard we about to bring this to Wall Street. Flow financial with authority to spark it on charts. Why you couldn't get the stop up at the flea market? You wholesale, damn near no sale. My flows is mansion in a yacht, yours is Roach Motel. And don't get it confused, we still in this for the art of it now.
Big shout to my guy Black Rabbit who filmed this video too.
But yeah, we in this for what we deserve, and Planet Asia's got the hands.
We multi-talented over here, that's what we do.
Want some, I got it for y'all. With my crew up on my lonesome, we can go some. Now what's the haps of what you're saying? Best be ready to throw some. I blow so much, I had to grow some. Killers, criminals, crooks, I know some. This rhyme was written for all my hip hop across the globe, worldwide tuned in. This is who I'm spitting for. But yet times is changing. Cats is still banging and that tripping and throwing up their sign language. But we gon' show you how it's properly done. Lights, cameras, action.
This is it, y'all, that I live my life. On the mic is my type of hype. Yeah, it's only right. This is it, y'all, that I live my life. On the mic is my type of hype. Yeah, it's only right. This is it, y'all, no more than the one fall bout with fate. Confrontation of a dream I used to contemplate. Greatest author on the planet with the ghetto twist versus the inner child who now knows to never wish. You got to exercise caution when you're using words. It ain't enough that every unspoken thought is heard. And I was fashioned in the image of who's hearing me. Thus, God is grand, not for purposes of tyranny. This is it, y'all, the freedom that I knew was coming. Justice is an activity, this is your summons. It's but a short stroll from the cradle to the grave. So keep your boots laced, you in the company of knaves. That's always and forever on the heat wave tip. I first found mastery when as a beat slave I was brought before a jury of my own fears for lying to myself and sentenced to a wasted year. I did that and then upon returning to the microphone made a vow that I'ma never leave this life alone. And got busy revolutionizing rap with awareness. The closest to a battle rap you hear is this. All's fair, now to hustle up a couple sales. But I don't need some customers, I need a clientele. I need constituents, a landmass and the Navy to roll with me should the need arise to go crazy.
When I'm feeding for a microphone.
This is it, y'all, that I live my life. On the mic is my type of hype. Yeah, it's only right.
Happy 20 years to By Design. Happy anniversary, bro. Big up Philly. Big up New York, New Jersey, what up? Big up the whole West Coast, LA, Bay Area, what up? Once again, I'm going to get up out of here. You've been tuned in to a special edition of Sonny's Playhouse. Big shout out to my guy, Grand Agent, for coming through for the in-studio interview. Yeah. Thanks, y'all.
Mr. Sonny James.